Hello. Welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And today I want to talk about happiness. Why are so many people unhappy? Why are so many people struggling to find happiness? And how can you find happiness? Let's talk about being happy and finding happiness in our world. Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So let's dive in. So let's talk about being happy. Why are so many people struggling to find happiness or to find the positive in their situation or to find the good or something to be happy about? So many people get up on Monday mornings, especially like lately with the weather being miserable. If you're here in Australia or New South Wales, where we are, it's just miserable weather. And you wake up in the morning and think, oh, fuck, I just want to stay in bed. It's horrible weather. And you just miserable about going to work and miserable about doing school drop off and miserable about anything else. How can you find happiness in your situation? Now, the biggest thing you need to remember is you can't get happiness from an outside source. The only place, the only person that can give you happiness is you, yourself. So if you're not happy, you're going to work and you're miserable. You're getting up in the morning and you're miserable. You're miserable about cooking dinner. I mean, miserable is a pretty harsh word, isn't it? But maybe you're just not happy. Then it's nothing from the outside that's going to change that. You can't just go and get a partner and say, oh, I'm not happy with my world, but if I get a partner, I might be happy. If I get a new car, I might be happy. If I lose some weight, I might be happier. It doesn't work like that because those same problems are still there. They're still going to exist. If you want to be happy, you need to change your outlook. You need to look at why you're perceiving things in such a negative way or why you're not seeing any good in your situation. So if you want to find happiness in your world, you want to start being happy, then start changing your perception of things. Start changing your outlook. And there are multiple things that you can do to help you look at things in a more positive way, to help bring happiness to your world. Now, the first thing, start associating with people that make you feel good. If you're around a group of friends or your family are just constant negative Nancy's and they're constantly complaining about money, they're complaining about this, they're complaining about their husband or their wife, they're complaining about the bills and everything else. Holy shit, when you are around someone like that and you leave them, you just feel heavy and drained and empty. You don't want to be around people like that. And if you are around people like that and you can't avoid that situation, then try and minimize it. But find a friend group that's going to uplift you and make you feel good, want to do better, want to say, hey, come on, let's go for a walk. Hey, let's go to the gym. Someone that wants to see you happy. And not someone that's got no interest in you or your life. They're just using you to vent their problems to. They're clearly got no happiness, but you don't need their unhappiness in your world. You need to focus on making it happy. And by being around people that are constantly miserable and bitter and unhappy is not going to help you find the good or the happiness in your world. So start focusing on finding people that will uplift you and make you feel good. Another way, do things that make you feel good. Get out and get some fresh air. Not everyone likes exercising. Not everyone likes going to the gym. Whatever it is that you can do that makes you feel good, you do it. If it's just sitting out in a park, at a beach, by the lake, somewhere where you can just get some fresh air and some quiet time, do that. Do something that makes you feel good. Take some time out where you can just clock off and just process where you're at and enjoy the moment. Another big thing is people get so overwhelmed by their daily tasks, especially whilst you're single parenting. There's so many things you got to get done. You just think, fuck, it's just a never-ending battle. I'm just on this constant roller coaster ride where it doesn't end. How the fuck can I be happy when I'm constantly focusing on all this shit that I've got to get done. And then when that's done, I've got to do this. And then when that's done, I've got to do this. It's a never-ending battle. So when you're feeling like this and you're feeling extremely overwhelmed and you just want to find some happiness in your life, step back and prioritize things. Do one thing at a time. Our life is not meant to be constantly go, 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 go. This is not what we're here for on this planet. We're not here to just work like crazy fools, just to live a life where we're constantly on the go. We're just focused on paying bills and just getting by. That's not the purpose of life. So slow down and prioritize what is most important on your list of things that you've got to get done. And tackle that one thing at a time. If you're focusing on doing after school pickup and then after school activities and then cooking dinner and then got to go home and clean and then got to get some work emails done, take your time. First of all, prioritize. Prioritize you and your needs. Stop doing things that are holding you back and that are not making you happy. Focus on, okay, yep, I've got to do school pickup. That's fine. I've got to do after school activities. That's fine. Can you use that time when the kids are at after school activities just to stop? Do you have to sit in there and watch them? Can you sit in the car and read a book or listen to a podcast or just go for a walk? Go to the shops. Can you just leave them there for the hour, go to the shops and then come back and pick them up? They're in safe hands there. You're fine. Use that time for you. Don't be someone where you get up in the morning and you just can't even remember the last time you laughed or were happy about something because you're so stressed and so overwhelmed about everything that's happening in your life. And it's easy to do. It's easy to fall into that spiral because it's just, there is so much things that you've just constantly got to get done. Step back and write a list. Write a list of everything you need to get done. And majority of the time, most of those things that you need to do, they're not overly important tasks. They're just simple little tasks that you've just got to do. Can you delegate some of those tasks to friends or family? Can you delegate them to your kids? Delegate what you can. If it's age appropriate, get your kids to help. Do what you can so you can step back and you don't feel so overwhelmed. And if it's things that don't necessarily need to be done, then don't do it. Are you someone that goes home and cleans your house every night after work, or you get up in the morning and do it? Do you need to do that? Can you just chill one morning and just sit down and have breakfast with the kids and take it slow? Focus on what's important. And what is important here is looking after yourself. It is a common theme for people to feel unsatisfied and unhappy in their life when they feel like they've got no control. And those that feel like they've got no control are usually one that are caught down by financial stress, by stresses of family problems and personal issues. They feel like they've just got no control of their life and they're just living in Groundhog Day, doing what they can to stay afloat. You do have control over your life. You have say of every part of your life and you have control on whether or not your life is happy. There are people out there living in a horrible, horrible situation, but they can still find some sort of happiness. Now, I'm not saying that you're living in a horrible, horrible situation, but there's always some way to find something good, and you always have control over that situation. You are not controlled by anyone. So don't let that stop you from being happy and thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this. Yes, you've got to go to work to pay your bills. But if you're really not happy and you're really miserable, is there another option? Is there another way around this? Can you start shopping around for another job? Can you start your own business from home? Can you do what you can to bring some extra money in, whether it's sell things on Marketplace, whether it's do something? I've got a few episodes back on side hustles. There's also a blog on the website about side hustles, and I've listed a whole different options of things that you can do to bring extra money in. So there's some things that you can do. If you're feeling pressured in your job and you feel like you have no control, look at some other ways that you can do to bring money in. Don't feel like you have to do it because you have to pay the bills. Yes, you have to pay bills, but don't be stuck in this spiral of a life where you're just doing things because you have to. You have control over your life. If you're not happy in a situation, find a way to change it. Another thing that affects people's happiness is the influence that social media has on you. Because it's so easy to jump on social media, whatever platform it is, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever you use. It's so easy to jump on and see these filtered images of people's lives and think, fuck, look at them. I'm never going to have a life like that. My life is shit. look how I live and look at them. This is just ridiculous. And that just affects you and where you're at and your happiness. You feel like a failure. You feel like there's no chance of you ever accomplishing anything like that. Well, first of all, you need to remember what people share on social media are their best images. They don't share their worst day. They don't share their bad days. They don't share the shit, the problems, the bills, the financial stress, the emotional pressures, the relationship issues. Very few people share that. They're sharing their very best images of how they are on their very best day. So don't compare filtered images of someone at their best with your life when you're feeling shit. It's no comparison. And you've got to remember, if you are striving for a better life, you're not going to get it by comparing your life to someone else's. You need to focus on you and what you want. What do you want in your life to make it better, to make it happier? What is going to be needed to add to your world to make things a little happier? Does it mean stopping a few extra tasks that you normally do? Does it mean not associating with certain people so much? Staying away from social media and not scrolling every morning and every night? Maybe wake up and read a book or do a meditation or go for a walk instead of jumping on social media. Do things that distract you from things that are putting a negative imprint on your head about your perception of life and perception of how your life should be. Some other factors that contribute to your happiness level is your loneliness and also feeling overworked, feeling exhausted, feeling run down, which is what I just discussed on before, taking on too many tasks. Delegate those things. If you are overworked, can you rearrange your work schedule so you can work from home? Can you cut back on a day or two or do shorter days? So maybe you work in school hours. Is there a way to cut back? Loneliness, as I just touched on, that affects a lot of people's moods and happiness. They feel alone. They feel like nobody's there for them. There's always people there for you. But are you getting out and making an effort to associate with people? Or are you just staying at home every weekend and every night and just saying, I'm alone, I feel lonely, I've got no one? What are you doing to change that? What are you doing to improve your friendships and your relationships so you're not feeling lonely? Are you getting out and saying hi to people or talking to your friends and making phone calls? Are you sending messages to your friends and checking up on them? And you might be thinking, well, fuck, they don't message me. They don't call me. Well, it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. It works both ways. But obviously, if it's a friendship where you're putting in all the effort, eventually, over time, you're going to get to a point, it's like, okay, this friendship is one-sided. This needs to come to an end. But you've got to also show that you're there for your friends, just like they're there for you. So if you want your friends to reach out to you, you need to do it to them. Send them a message. Hey, just checking in. How are you going? It's been a while since we've chatted. Would love to catch up soon. Let's grab a coffee. Let's grab some dinner. Whenever you're free, let me know. Let's catch up. You need to change your situation if you're feeling lonely. And most importantly, look after you. Look after you. You are worth looking after. You are a priority in your life. Now, I was just speaking to a lady just last week and she told me that she feels guilty going to the shops and spending money on herself. And that's her money. And I said, but why? What do you mean? She goes, I feel guilty. I don't feel right doing it. I said, but it's your money. You're worthy of spending your money on. You deserve to buy things for yourself. You're worthy of that. And you've got to remember that. You need to look after yourself. You are worthy of being treated, of being pampered, of being looked after. Now, looking after yourself can mean many different things. It can mean going to the gym. It can mean going for a walk, doing yoga, doing meditation, just eating healthier, taking your vitamins, doing something that's going to benefit your body and making you feel better on the inside. That's going to help your happiness as well. Start looking after you. So just remember that if you're feeling down and you're feeling miserable and you're struggling to find any happiness, stop and think about the way you're looking at everything. Is there something you can change in the way that you're viewing your situation? Have a look at it. Is it your work that you're really miserable about? Is it your financial situation? Is it your relationships? Is there something you can do small that can change that you can do to start showing you or start bringing happiness to your world by changing your friendship group or maybe meeting new friends? Maybe if you do go for daily walks, go for a different walk one day. Go somewhere in a completely different walking track so you don't feel like you're just stuck in that mundane routine of what you do every day. Unless it's a place that you really love and you really enjoy going there, then keep doing that. But if you just go for your daily walk because you feel like you have to and you're just bored of it, pick a different walking route so you feel a bit better. Give yourself something to look forward to. Start planning some goals. Find a way to make yourself happy. Because if you wake up on a Monday morning and you're just like, oh, fuck, here we go again, then of course it's going to be like that. You're going to feel like that every single Monday. Find a reason to make yourself want to get out of bed. Find a reason to be happy to get up in the morning, whether it be seeing a friend, whether it be making more money in your job, whether it be making a good sale, whether it be applying for a new job, whether it be starting a course. Find something that you can do each week or each day if you can, that you can go, fuck, I'm looking forward to doing this today. I'm going to apply for that job. I'm going to start that course. I'm going to reach out and try and make new friends. When I go for coffee today, I'm going to say hi to those people. Find something you can do different that's going to make you feel better. Because if you're living your same mundane life, doing everything the same, you're not talking to anyone, you're not doing anything different, then nothing is going to change. You're not going to have happiness just by constantly doing the same thing and constantly looking at your life in the same way. If you want to be happy, you've got to change something. And it all begins with the way you look at your world and the way you look at everything that's happening in your world. So just a bit of food for thought there. I hope you got some useful tips from this episode. Just remember, everyone is worthy of happiness and everyone can be happy. You've just got to change the way you look at things. And if you're struggling, write a list of things you need to do. Write a list of things that you want to do. Plan some goals. Take things slow. Do things differently. Don't keep doing your same routine every single day. Find something different to do. And find something that excites you, that you can do, that makes you happy to get up in the morning. Life is worth living. Life can be great if you have a great outlook. So that's about it from me today. I just want you all to be happy and find the happiness in your life. It is there, trust me. And if you are struggling, jump onto my website. Let's have a chat and I will help you find that happiness because I guarantee you it is there. You've just got to know where to look for it. All right, guys, thank you again. And everyone, get out there and be happy and shoot me a message on my Instagram page and let me know one thing you have done to bring some happiness into your world. All right, thank you all. And until next time, I'll be in your ears then. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.